Good evening, everybody, and welcome to episode 4 of the Thai Pilot Podcast. With me is the newly promoted Commander Jack Wynand. Say hi, Jack.
Hello, everyone.
And we also have from Commander of the Beta Squadron on the ISD Hammer, we have Colonel Doyon. Say hi, Colonel.
Bonsoir, bonsoir, bonsoir. Hello.
So we had been talking earlier about try to get a little diversity on this show. So Colonel Doyon has told me several times that the Emperor's Hammer was really instrumental in helping him learn English. Colonel Doyon is from Quebec, and so Colonel, why don't you tell us, just a little bit about how you found the EH, however long ago that was, and what you did, and then so how exactly did the EH help you learn English?
Well, I joined the EH in '97, if I remember correctly. That was like more than 20 years ago.
You actually joined before I did.
Yeah, yeah, one of the few people with an ID number lower than Cliff. Um, well, yeah, I joined the EH '97. I was maybe 15 years old at the time. And I just found the club on the web pretty much randomly. I was looking for a French Star Wars club, and at the time, maybe it's still the case today, there was none. So I found the EH, and I said, "Oh yeah, that sounds cool." If I remember, I think I joined another club before that, but nobody was answering me, so I joined the EH after that, and yeah, it was really a good journey there for the first part of my career, and then I left, I think in 2005, and I rejoined in last January, and it was. It was hard for me at the beginning when I joined the EH because, well, at the time I was really not comfortable with English. I was still learning it at school. And, well, just to put it in a context, I don't want to get too political here, but it might explain some stuff maybe that people don't just realize. If maybe you knew it, but you know it, I mean, but in '95, there was a referendum in Quebec for the secession of the province from Canada.
Yeah, I remember seeing that when I was a little kid and wondering what the hell that was all about, but I was only 10 years old, so it didn't really quite make sense to me.
Yeah, so, well, basically, as you may know now, Quebec is a French-speaking province from Canada, in Canada, I mean, and at the time, there was a lot of people, well, maybe half the people wanting to separate from Canada and get their own country, and English was not really popular at the time, especially for me, because not personally, I mean, but I was living in a suburb of the city of Montreal, where I live now, and well, it was really a French-speaking place. I think there was a small community of English-speaking people just besides where I was living, and they all left now. I think no one that I knew back then are still living in Quebec. And, well, long story short, English was not really important for us when we were at school. So learning, they're still teaching it at school, of course, because you have to, well, to get to be able to communicate with the rest of the world. And well, but back then, we're still just speaking English, so French, I mean. So learning English was really the basic, and if you want to improve it, you had to get it somewhere. So that's where the EH is coming in my life, because the EH, well, the people in it, of course, helped me a lot to improve it and to catch some of the slang. You know what I mean? Because you don't learn it at school. So
When I talk to Alejandro, I don't understand half of his slang. So
yeah.
it's
Well,
a cultural shock for sure.
so I was speaking with some former members of the EH. Maybe some old people remember Yako Kowalski helped me a lot, and some others. And they took time to explain me how it was working and everything. And well, today the EH helped me a lot to get a job where I have to speak English and French, and here I am.
That's pretty cool, man. So did you struggle a lot? Did you struggle a lot at first, like trying to communicate? I'm trying to grasp like how what your level of fluency was when you joined the EH. Did you struggle like to communicate with your commander, or did you have to find other French speakers?
I think I was pretty much the only French-speaking member of the H at the time. I think there was one, because there was another guy speaking French from Quebec, because I played one of the TIE fighter battle recently, and I recognized some words from Quebec, and I was like, oh, I didn't knew that guy back then. It would have helped me a lot. But yeah, fortunately for me, my father was fully bilingual, so he helped me sometimes to write emails. But I had my French to English dictionary back then, and I was always looking at the words and trying to write a coherent email to my commander, and it worked out.
That's pretty cool to think of that we're such a melting pot. I mean, just off the top of my head, we have Americans and German people and Canadians and English, Dutch, basically all over South America. And it's kind of cool to think that the EH has had sort of that indirect like influence on somebody's life in a way.
Yeah, and I tried to reach out to Ronan to explain it how his club helped me, but like you said, maybe it helped a lot of people to just grasp English and get to know, to understand it pretty well, and be able to use it in their everyday life, like I do. And I'm really thankful for Ronan, and I said it to Kowalski too. I wrote in an email maybe a month ago, explaining in that just how much he helped me in real life without even knowing that he did, because we're all characters, if you know what I mean. I'm talking to Zekk, Terrik, I'm talking to Alejandro, I'm talking to Have, but the people, the real people behind those characters, they're humans too, and I'm human too. So it's really a good community, and yeah, I think it's really good. It's really exceptional that what Ronan did when he created that club. Uh, it's really amazing, and I really think that it's one of the best community that I ever met on the internet.
And I bet Ronan started all this just to meet some fellow nerds. and
Yeah.
it was not prepared for the level of impact that it's having. So I'm glad we could have this feel good experience. Thank you, Colonel.
Well, I'm just happy to just talk about it, and
Maybe
I'm
Ronan will
really,
listen to the podcast. I'll send it to him.
yeah, it will be cool.
Yeah, it's certainly heartwarming that this club though is for at least from my perspective designed for entertainment ultimately proved to serve an educational purpose and in a very heartwarming way as opposed to you know sort of
Guys, I'm getting
clinical.
emotional.
Yeah, just a bit.
It's fine. It's
uh,
fine.
So I
well, I
have
gotta.
a
But
Oh, go
you're
ahead.
right. You're right because well, of course, there's the educational purpose that you were speaking about that that served you so well, and I'm pretty sure that for other people, it's also a way to break maybe their isolation from other people and just being accepted in a community without any kind of judgment or well not that much but
Yeah,
but
if you'll notice, I was in my COVID isolation. I was more or less in the Discord 24/7 there for about a week and a half.
well,
yeah and the community is fun and people are great and well of course you can play
Even
games
better
too so,
playing Civ 6.
so I've got a question. You said that, or Doyon, you said that when you joined, your ID number was fairly low. Did the ID numbers actually start at one and go from there? Because mine is like 1500 something.
You know what? I don't think so because I looked up Ronan's ID number once and it wasn't number one. I think he'd be number one.
yeah I don't know who's number one maybe it was I don't know how to pronounce his name, but Estatin. Well, the guy from Australia. Maybe he's number one.
No,
I don't know.
I
I
don't
would say
think so.
F-team, but I don't know. I'm not actually
Well,
sure. I've never heard it.
no, well, I was thinking about this today, and yeah, some people I just don't know how to pronounce their name, and it's kind of funny because I got that French accent when I'm saying it. Just an example, like Colonel Silvar Nailo. I just don't know
Yeah, I think that
he's
name's a crap.
pronouncing his name.
We should have him on here and ask him.
Yeah,
We'll invite you back.
So I
next
think
podcast.
um like Zekk here, I've always pronounced it as Astatine. I don't think he was the original number one because didn't he take over the EH after somebody else retired?
But yeah, he took over after Ronan retired, but we don't talk about what happened after that. We just magically skipped to 2000.
Yeah, and it's taboo. but
Well,
still,
you know what?
he did the database, so maybe he put himself as number one. But I
We
really
have
don't know.
Turtle,
I'm
so we
just
don't need his ass now.
Well, anyway, thank you for answering that question. That's something it's actually been something I've wondered ever since I joined. I'm sort of like, damn, have they really had over 15,000 members come and go?
And you know
no,
what?
no,
It's
I
funny
don't
that you
think so.
mentioned that because I remember I used to pronounce your name back as Jack Wynand, and then
Yeah.
I think when we did episode one, you said Jack Wynand, and I was like, oh shit, it's Wynand. I had no idea. Well, I know we made this comment off the air, Colonel, but your English is better than a lot of hillbillies that I know. So
Thanks. I really appreciate it because I don't speak English often in my everyday life. I write it a lot. Well, of course, with EH people, but also at work. But speaking it, I don't do it often because, well, most people are speaking French anyway. And the only part of Quebec that I'm speaking English is maybe on the west side of Montreal. and that's pretty much it.
I've never been to Canada ever, so maybe I'm speaking out of ignorance. But as somebody, I don't speak French other than the three words I told you about earlier.
Yeah,
Would I be able to get by more or less okay in Montreal?
yeah, yeah, without any problem. Um, as I said, well, on the western part of the town, that's where historically and still and it's still the case today. That's where the English-speaking Quebecers are living, and that's where the big houses are too. Because well, I don't want to make this time a historical lesson of Quebec, but when the British conquered Quebec, well, like 3 centuries ago, I don't know, maybe four. Well, the of course the British settled in Montreal and they took the western part of town, and then well, most of the French speaking are on the eastern part of town, and but
Okay, that makes sense.
and yeah, and then there's a lot of theories about why. I won't go there today, but if you guys are coming to Montreal, you won't have any problems with getting understood by anyone. I mean, and that's pretty much the case in every big cities in Quebec. I mean, if you go to Quebec City, you won't have any problem either. It's really if you go outside the big centers that maybe you will people will be able to understand you mostly, but there might be there might have some issues and maybe some misunderstandings.
I think I'll just I think as long as I learn how to order poutine, order a beer, and ask where the bathroom is, I should be okay.
Yeah, and you will be fine. Montreal, no problem.
All right. Well, man, thanks for joining us. This was a really cool little story to explore, and we'll have to have you back and ask Colonel Silwar how to pronounce his name.
Yeah, that's fine. I think he said it one maybe last weekend, but I missed it when we were playing X-wing versus Tie Fighter. But yeah, I guess he will be grateful to say how to pronounce his name.
Right on, man. Jack, you have anything to add?
Not really. The question that has been haunting my dreams at night about the ID pins has finally been answered. So maybe I'll sleep. Maybe I can sleep through the night.
Well,
Last.
I guess Rapier will be able to answer you with the real answer there. But yeah, I don't really know why I'm number 289, and I just know that an old member of the H, and I'm still there.
Right on. Well, I thought I would start doing like a little. Every episode we do, I'll cover a little bit of EH news. I thought like a little newscast would be,
That's a good
and
idea.
I see we're at about a little over 20 minutes, so I'll try to. I'm sure you guys are tired of listening to us, so I'll try to move through it quickly. But okay, so what went down this week? Let's take a look at the. We're about halfway through Raise the Flag, and I happen to have the scores up right here. So let's see how the Hammer's doing there, Colonel. Let's have a look. Check the scores right there. 1,471 points for the Hammer. However, I would like to point out that Beta is the best squad on the Hammer by far.
Yes.
By far.
And I'm really proud of everyone. Well, mostly everyone in beta. I know that Evil Grin and Wildfire and Corin Shub. I think that's how he pronounces his name.
We got
Yeah, they're all doing great job, and I try to do my part too, and that's kind of something that I want to be at least the best squadron on Hammer, And then maybe someday I will be able to fight with the warrior.
I know. I've been wanting to fly lately. I got to about I think a couple hundred points, and then I've started playing Rocket League again, and that just sort of went out the window.
That's a great game, you know.
Oh man,
Uh,
I'm so bad at it too, but I don't even care. It's really fun.
no, it's really fun. I mean, you just have to race and kick a ball.
Oh man. Okay, so what else went down this? I believe since the last episode, actually I might be wrong, but Squadron Management 5 finally went live. So do you guys want to be a future commander? We just mentioned a few beasts, Evil Grin and Wildfire. If you guys want to be a future commander, that is a requirement to be one. We, on your ship, actually, they opened a fourth squadron, Lambda Squadron, and you guys snagged my finest pilot. So
Yeah.
congratulations, Jeannie. We will watch your career with great interest.
Yes, indeed. Congratulations, Jeannie. You
Yeah,
will be
man.
missed.
Congrats and welcome aboard the Hammer. We need you.
I always thought the Hammer had a funny smell when I was on it. I thought it was Miles, but then he got promoted away, and the smell is still there. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, maybe the smell is from former members. I don't know. I'm just saying that.
That would make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So, and the last thing I'll mention is for episode 5 we have a surprise guest lined up. Only Jack and I know. So it's going to be a true EH old timer.
Nice.
Hopefully,
So it's not you. It's not your son, right?
No. Well, Wookiees do live a long time, so we'll see. All right. Well, thanks for joining us again, Colonel. And we will catch you in the Discord. So go fly for your ship, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks, and thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. And I hope you guys will continue to do that because it's really fun. I really enjoy listening to the podcast. And great work.
Thanks, man. We enjoyed doing it. I'm going to put your Iron Star in the mail right now and have John approve it.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you for coming on. This was a
Is
very
that the
heartwarming.
only reason you came on? Is it the Iron Star?
Yeah, it's the only reason, and just to show my lovely French Canadian accent to everyone.
Yeah, we like Jack was saying before I accidentally cut him off there. Yeah, we appreciate your story, and that was really cool to hear. So I'm sure Ronan catches episode 4. I'm sure he'll appreciate it too.
I just hope that my story will be. I guess that some for other people, it will be kind of the same. Anyone from the Netherlands or Germany or anywhere in the world that don't speak English as their main language. And I think that pretty much everyone will be grateful to Ronan about this.
All right. Thanks for joining us, man. We appreciate it.
Have a good evening. Thanks for having me again.
All right. Good night, folks, wherever you are in the galaxy.